if you don't know, ASCO has always been the pillar in cancer as far as guidance, responsible, discovery and literature and evidence and what to do and how to do it. Being on the board, being the chair of the Artificial Intelligence Task Force, I'm curious in the manner that you just said it on how, to do it, what cautions to use, but know that it, gets us in the right direction. What are ASCO's feelings about artificial intelligence and possibly, there's this buzzword disruption that everyone says now, but in a way, kind of disrupting the way that we're very classically used to doing things. Is there excitement that's guarded? Is it more concern with a little bit of hope, excitement? Kind of maybe walk us through the best you can, of course, with the disclaimer that this is your, perception.
All opinions are my own, for sure. But I will say I think there's a lot of excitement about it. I think that everyone really sees the potential of the ways that it can help. And I think that, you're right that there are appropriate cautions, and I will say as a result of some of our work on the AI task force, ASCO published some guidelines around responsible use of artificial intelligence in cancer care. And I think that they're very strong. But, things like to, be transparent about the use of AI, about what's involved in the models, to have doctors remaining at the center of care delivery, to be knowledgeable about the hallucinations that can exist with things like large language models, with biases that might exist, so you can be cognizant of those things and navigate them appropriately. It makes me think of something I tell patients a lot as I try to prognosticate for them what their future might look like and predict their response to therapy. As I say, we use a lot of models to help us, but all models are wrong, but some are useful. And this is a famous quotation by a famous statistician, George Box, who's really a thought leader in the statistics space. And I think this is so true and so applicable today as we're using large language models to really change a lot of how we disrupt cancer medicine and medicine more broadly, is that not every step that we take, not every recommendation that we give is going to be the right thing. But that's true about everything, right? That's true about every guideline. I mean, I'll give an example. So as a breast cancer specialist, I prescribe a lot of Taxol. Taxol is a really great drug for breast cancer, but Taxol has the side effect of peripheral neuropathy. And if you take a lot of it, it can cause peripheral neuropathy that can be debilitating. So Taxol is a standard of care for many adjuvant therapies in breast cancer. However, if I have a patient that is really dependent upon the fine motor function of their fingers, that may not be the best choice for them. It's a very personalized decision. So if I use a language model to give me a clinical decision support in how I think about the therapy for a particular patient, it may not take that into account, right? I still need a doctor and a patient at the center of care making decisions ultimately about care delivery. But that doesn't mean that I don't benefit from the nudge or the suggestion of the populated decision tree of care delivery, and for a large language model or clinical decision support, or a nudge, if you will, to guide and direct me about what would be a responsible choice for my patient. It's then my job as her doctor to really say, okay, I understand that your livelihood is that you're a tile mosaic artist, and this is what you do. And if I make you lose that ability, I'm dramatically going to impact the quality of your life. So let's take what we've learned from this model and then think about how we use this for you, recognizing its limitations.